Welcome everybody back. This is Home Harbor. This episode is about planking. Very important stuff because we're going to do the hull of our ship. What I wanted to say, I'm very happy with what we have done already. It looks beautiful, awesome. The holes are just perfect for the cannons. I'm very glad. So guys, what we're going to do right now, we clean all of the excess of the glue of previous work. When we glue the bulwarks, I think some of the glue is right here, so we're going to clean it up. So we will glue our strips perfect, nice, just like we need. So this is going to be the first thing that we should do. Second one, strips. I already prepared 4 strips. I used my plank bender. Here he is. If you don't have it, if you don't have a soldering iron to bend them, don't worry. You can just put your strips into the water 10-15 minutes and they will gain their flexibility and you will do the same work with no problem. The curve is not big, so I think there will be no problem at all with this. What I'm going to use, just white glue. I don't like super glue. Some parts I use super glue, but no. For the hull, for the planking, only white glue. Hammer, pin pusher, and the nails. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe I will use those pins that I used for bulwarks, pins like this, in the front, but we will see how it goes. So, first we clean our ribs and then we start planking. So come on, let's do this ship beautiful. So, the ribs are clean, we are good to go. I will probably do 2 videos of hull planking because from one video it's a lot of planking. It's not a big ship, but it's a lot of planking. So I think for the first video we will do the top part. It's going to be 3 from each side, and then the lower part, probably 3-4 planks, the lower part, and this is going to be for the first video. The second one we will close everything in the middle and all of the holes and start sanding. So our first plank can close this hole. This hole is meant for keel, right? So our first plank will be like this, guys. Going to do it like this. Don't be afraid if something is not really straight. We're going to sand everything down. It's just the first planking. Don't worry at all about all of this because this is first planking. First planking, you always can cover your mistakes. So I think we can start, and I'm starting with applying the glue. Done it. I'm going to take out this glue. So it doesn't make much pressure, so probably I will not use another pins, so we are good to go. Why I did like this? Because I wanted to test first this one with the curve, how it will act. It will not make a lot of pressure and will not take our pin off. So good. Now this part right here, but first I will take this glue off. So guys, I take it off. Also, one tip: don't put glue only on your ribs. You also can put more on your bulwark, so it will be more strong. You have more part to be glued. So put glue almost everywhere. I told you guys, with the pin pusher it's much easier. It doesn't split your wood, and it's really helpful tool. I'm very glad that I buy it. Awesome, guys. Our first one. Don't cut the excess of this wood immediately. Give him a time to dry. And you can also take away this glue that goes to the ribs, so we will not do cleaning again. Alright guys, first one is done. Now the second one. In ochre, suggest you to do this one from here, right? So this, we go from here, then the third one comes from here and to the end, right? So it goes like this. Okay, so now let's do the opposite side. Now I will show you some trick. In some places we have empty space, right? How we can cover that? It's really no need to do it, but it's just something for you for the future. All of those things, I will show you with one piece. I will not do it all. For example, here we can give glue. We put glue inside that space, right? Then we clean it. The glue is still there. We take a file or something like that, and very easy covering it. The wood dust with the glue will make like a putty, so you will just cover all of this part, right? Nice. You have two of them in the front, also good. Now the second one. So guys, before you do the second plank, I just tried a saw from the ochre that I buy, and it's cutting really nice. Watch. Awesome. Really clean cut. Nice. Okay, now let's come from this one. It starts right here. I glue it in the half of the rib, because I leave the space for the next one that comes after it. So guys, now let's do the second plank. And what I wanted to warn you guys, be very careful with this part, because I almost break her once. Awesome guys. So I will do the other side and I will come back to you. So guys, let's do the third one, but the third one I would like to show you, it must be, you must cut it with the angle. You see it's not straight because here it's going to go like this. So here in the front it is not straight, our plank. We need to cut a little angle, just a little bit, so then it will be like this. In the front it will be straight, right? Also, what I suggest you, give a little bit sanding from inside. So it will have form like this. So the second one, when it comes, it will do like an angle with this one, right? When the second comes, it will do like an angle with this one. So guys, let's start. Good, we did this. Now I do the opposite side and I will come back to you. So I cleaned more or less, so I'll explain you. We are at this point, right? We are at this point, so our planks are coming together. See? Further, they all will be like this, all of them. So this process is going to be the same all over again. So I really don't think that I should film all of it, because I show you how to do it. I will come back to you when we're going to do these parts right here. So guys, I close it just the way I told you. Now what we need to do, I wanted to show you. This all goes like in the instructions. Now you have gaps that you need to fill. This is what I'm going to show you. I will show you this one inside. It's bigger. I think it doesn't match the way I did. It doesn't match how it is in instructions, but okay, it's not a problem. We have two gaps. At the stern, we have a lot of gaps in the bow. So I will show you how to fix inside, few at the bow and those one in the stern, because really if I will show you just one or two, you'll be able to do it by yourself. It's may look a little bit messy, but I already did the other side and I sanded a little bit. So if you did some gaps, some mistakes, don't be afraid, because it will be looking like this. This is the opposite side, it's already a little bit sanded. What I wanted to say, I did the gap, I did the mistake small, so I give a little bit of the wood. I don't use a putty, I use just the wood. I use the very thin wood. I glue it in the top and then I sand it down so it's smooth. This part is ready. So guys, don't worry, this is the first planking. We can cover everything. So we're going to start with the middle one. To close the middle one, we need to continue this, and then we'll give one big one, right? So I use those leftovers that we have from our planking. So I mark like this. I will go by this plank, right? So I'm marking like this, and when it's not entering, you put the mark, and then to the end you mark how much you need, like this. So you have your kind of plank you need to glue. So we good to cut. You mark it, cut a little bit more. If you're going to need less wood, it's not a problem. Cut always a little bit more, so you will have access. Alright, now sand it a little bit. Almost a little bit too much. So you basically do pieces like this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I will bend right here in this spot. I will bend it just a little bit using our bender. Glass of water. Always have your wood wet. This is, guys, the way I'm doing it. I'm just showing you the tricks that I use. If you have something in your mind that will help you to do this kind of work, you can try. You can always do some experiment. You can try everything that you want. Good. Now we put a little bit here, bend. So guys, this is the way you're filling the gaps. This one is ready to be glued. I use in the 2 points, I use super glue, and in the middle everything I use white glue, and all over here to make it strong. So let's apply a little bit of glue. I give super glue on the both sides. And here when we have a small space to glue. seconds. You need to do some force for some time. Now you see, you have small access of the wood. It's not a problem at all. You take or your sanding block or just nail file and just sand it down a little bit. That's it, guys. This part is done. This is how you do it. You mark it, glue them inside, and that's all. If it doesn't look perfect, don't be afraid. Look, not perfect. Awesome. So don't be afraid. Now, let's fill this large one. This large one I probably will need the full plank. Two sides, they're matched. We have here a gap. I will show you how to fill it. And again. All these small gaps and the large one. In a few seconds I will show you how to fix them. It's not a big deal, it's very easy. You will use just the glue and the sander, whatever you like, or block or nail file. Okay, how I'm going to do it. I put glue inside the gap. It's for the beginners, some tips. Now we're starting to sand it. The gap is gone because with the glue mixing with the dust of the wood, it's covering the gap. Just like I don't like to use wood putty. I don't know why, but for me it's easier to fill these gaps with the glue. It's going to be very strong. So guys, this how I take care of gaps. Alright, so I show you this part. Those are the same, exactly the same how we did here. And now I show you the back ones. They're very easy. Now let's try from this one. I even have some cut. You take one, you cut it down, sand it a little bit more. Why I like this part so much? Because you really just pushing it inside. Here we have a good match, only here a small gap, we will fill it. but here we need to push it more inside, so I will probably use a pin right here. So guys, let's do it again. Glue. At this point you can use a hammer. It's very useful. See, it's a little bit on the top. Use a hammer. And it's going inside. Now here we're going to use a pin. Don't be afraid if it goes through the other side, it's not a problem. Because when it's going to be dry, you see, when it's going to be dry, we just take it off. Now this one we can cut with the knife. This one is the same like this one, so it doesn't need to be filmed. Those one you can do because I show you how to do this one, so you're ready to finish it, guys. So I will finish it, I will close it completely, and then I will come back to you and we will start sanding. I will show you how I did this part right here, from what I start and where did I go. Alright, so let's close it and then we will continue. So I finished with this. I cover all of it. I closed all of it. Yeah, I agree with you, it looked messy, but don't worry, everything will be just like this. Awesome. Few tips that I will give you. I cannot do sanding right here because the dust will be all over my home harbor, so I will do it outside. But first I will give you some tips. If you cannot take off, because I am not taking off the pins, I'm sanding with the pins. First of all, what I'm doing, I'm using the screwdriver with this head, it's 18. I go through all of the pins. I take all of the pins right to the wood, so it will be straight. If you don't have it, you can use the sanding block. You can use your files to sand down the pins. Then, when you're sanding, this is tips for beginners. Don't do movements back and forth, because back and forth you will may do some waves like this. You don't need it. If you do the sanding with the block like this, you do only to the one side, and then you go to the bow, only to the one side. Alright, this part right here we need to sand it down so it will match our keel, so it'll be, I think, 4 millimeters. And I think this is it. If you have some gaps, just put some glue and sand it down. The dust will fill all of the gaps. In the front as well, if you have some gaps, you just put the glue and sand it down. If you have, I think I have some hole right here, I can feel it. I will show you. I put some wood like this, it's balsa wood. It's one of my tips for you. I don't use a paste for wood. I use the wood. I just put glue, for example, piece like this. I put glue, I glue it down where I have the hole with some spare space like this, and then I'm sanding it down just like I did here, if you can see. So guys, I think we did great job. Now we go outside to do the sanding. I'm sorry that I cannot show you this. I understand that this video didn't show you a lot, but I tried to give you all the tips that I know and just show you how I'm doing it, so you can repeat after me. It's going to be a very awesome ship. Don't rush with sanding. If you remember, I take off this part because when it's in that position and you're sanding, you're doing the pressure and this part just fall out. It's good that I didn't break it. So guys, this is my tips. If you want to fill those gaps, just a little bit glue, sand it down. Any questions, any suggestions, comment section, always open. So I go outside and I will do the sanding. When I will sand all of it, I will come back to you and show you the result. So my friends, it's done. I sanded all. It looked pretty awesome. When you're going to sand the stern and this part right here, it needs to be a little bit more sanded. My advice to you, this part right here comes like this. Do your ship, this part of your ship, do a little bit thinner than this part, because then you're going to have a second layer and it will match this part right here. If you do understand, this part right here slimmer, then when we're going to put this one, the second layer will match this part. So I'm happy with the result. I'm really happy with the result. So next step that we're going to do, it's not going to be second planking. Next step is going to be planking from the inside, placing the fall skill part. I will explain to you why. When you put, it's not shaped for fall skill, but I will show you. If you put it like this, you can see all of those gaps, right? We're going to glue it. This is the way I want to do it. I'm going to put it in the place. I want to glue it like it should be, and then all the space that we have, there is not enough of wood or something like that, I will sand it, I will fill it up like here. Everything that is not matched, we're going to sand it down. We're going to put more wood if you need. This is the way I see it. This is the way for me it's better. And then the second layer, second planking, you will attach it perfectly to the fall skill. You can connect it with no space between the plank and those parts. This is the way I'm doing it. If you like to do like instructions show you, you can do the second planking and then glue this part. But the second video, the next video is going to be all about this part and planking from the inside. Okay, so guys, I know it was not the best video to show you how to do the planking. I'm still learning, but I still hope you enjoy the video. We will see you next time with our beautiful Polaris. It was Home Harbor. Subscribe my channel. Always welcome your comments, bad or good, but I'm waiting for some good comments. So guys, thank you very much. It was Romo. See you next time.